Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up, because what I'm about to reveal will change the way you think about attraction forever. You see, most men are looking in all the wrong places, chasing signs that women think they want. But younger women, the ones who have that spark, the ones who make your heart race, they're silently craving something far rarer. And here's the brutal truth. Only about 1.1% of older men actually give it to them. The rest, they're invisible. Now I need you to really focus, because the first thing younger women secretly want is security, but not the kind you're imagining. This isn't just money or status, it's emotional security. It's the kind of man who doesn't just say, "I've got this," but actually embodies it. A man who's calm under pressure, who can handle life's chaos without turning every problem into a fight, who makes her feel like she's home without ever needing to say it. Younger women can smell insecurity from a mile away. It's a red flag that shuts attraction down faster than you can blink. And here's where most older men fail. They confuse confidence with arrogance. They think because they're successful in career or money, they automatically tick that box. But younger women aren't interested in the size of your bank account or the brand of your watch. They want a man whose presence itself is a shield, someone whose calm, deliberate energy makes them feel safe, seen, and understood. That's what draws them in. That's what separates the 1.1% from the rest. But there's another layer. Emotional security isn't just about avoiding drama. It's about depth. It's about showing up consistently, keeping your word, and not being afraid of intimacy. Younger women are tired of men who ghost, who overpromise and underdeliver, who are emotionally lazy. They want a man who is strong enough to be vulnerable, who can hold himself together while also holding her heart. That paradox, strength wrapped in emotional intelligence, is magnetic. Here's the hard truth you need to hear. If you're not cultivating this kind of emotional gravity, you're not even in the game. Younger women can sense it instantly. They're not consciously calculating it, but their instincts are screaming. Every glance, every touch, every word, they're subconsciously testing if you have it. And if you don't, you might as well not exist. So ask yourself right now, do you really make a woman feel secure, or do you just think you do? Because the difference between invisible and irresistible is not subtle, it's seismic, and most older men don't even know it exists. Let's get even more real. Younger women aren't just looking for emotional security. They're craving attention to detail that most older men never notice. I'm not talking about flowers, gifts, or cheesy compliments. I'm talking about the kind of awareness that signals, without words, that you actually see her. Her moods, her triggers, her dreams, the subtle shifts in her energy that tell you she's excited, stressed, or insecure. Most men are blind to this. They talk at women, but they never listen. They think texting, "How was your day?" is enough. It's not. That's amateur hour. What women really want is a man who decodes them effortlessly. A man who can read a glance, a sigh, a fleeting smirk, and respond in a way that makes her feel understood at a level she can't even articulate. That's magnetic. That's the invisible thread that pulls her in and keeps her coming back. The irony? It's subtle. You don't announce it, you embody it. You make her feel like she's the most important person in the room, without ever needing her to say it out loud. And yes, younger women feel this deeply, even if they're not ready to admit it to themselves. Here's where most older men completely crash and burn. They try to impress with stories of wealth, achievements, or life experience, assuming it automatically equals attraction. It doesn't. Younger women can smell desperation and performative behavior from across the room. They want authenticity, not bragging. They want a man whose attention is undivided, who doesn't just nod and scroll through his phone, who remembers the small things that matter to her. That level of detail, it's rare. It's so rare that the men who can pull it off stand out instantly, like a flame in the dark. And here's a psychological truth many men fail to grasp. Women don't just want to be noticed, they want to be decoded. They want a partner who can understand the nuances of their emotions before they've even been spoken. That's why so many older men fail. They're too caught up in ego to truly observe, too focused on being admired to actually admire. But if you can master this, if you can truly tune in and respond with precision, you move from being another guy to someone unforgettable, someone they can't stop thinking about. This is why the 1.1% exist. They don't try harder, they perceive better, they see what others miss, respond with clarity, and create a connection that feels effortless but is deeply intentional. It's subtle, invisible to everyone else, yet undeniable to her. If you want to be among that rare percentage, this is the mindset you must cultivate. Attention without expectation, understanding without judgment, and presence that never wavers. Now let's talk about something most older men completely misunderstand. Younger women crave freedom, but not just the casual, I want to do what I want freedom you see on social media. They want a man who supports their independence without threatening it. They want someone who can hold his own identity, his own life, and still make space for hers. 1.1%? They get it. They understand that independence isn't a threat. It's the fuel that makes attraction burn hotter. Here's the thing. Younger women are exploring life, testing boundaries, chasing dreams, and yes, making mistakes. And the man who wins their respect and their heart isn't the one who tries to control her, dictate her schedule, or solve her problems. He's the one who respects her choices, stands steady as her world moves, and offers guidance without imposing it. That balance between strength and flexibility, it's intoxicating. It signals maturity without arrogance, authority without tyranny, and trust without insecurity. That's the energy that makes a younger woman want to lean in, to share herself fully without feeling trapped. Most older men fail because they conflate independence with disrespect. They see a young woman pursuing her passions and feel challenged, jealous, or diminished. They try to assert control, thinking it proves their worth, and that's exactly what kills attraction. She doesn't want a babysitter or a shadow. She wants a partner whose presence amplifies her freedom, not limits it. That's the invisible standard only the rare 1.1% meet. There's also a subtle psychological truth here. Younger women are wired to test boundaries, to see if a man can hold space for them without losing himself. If you respond with fear, anger, or attempts to dominate, you fail immediately. But if you respond with calm confidence, encouragement, and unwavering self-respect, you ignite desire at a level most men will never experience. It's magnetic because it mirrors what she wants most, a life that feels expansive, not restricted, yet anchored in someone she can trust completely. So ask yourself right now, are you the kind of man who strengthens her independence, or do you suffocate it with insecurity? Do you amplify her potential, or do you fear it? Because the answer determines whether you're forgettable or whether you enter that elite 1.1% who make younger women feel both safe and alive, seen and free. That's not luck, that's psychological mastery. Now let's get into something very few men ever understand. Younger women are drawn to emotional resonance, not just words or gestures. It's not about what you say, it's about what you evoke. They're looking for a man who can stir their emotions in a way that feels safe yet thrilling, someone who can make them feel alive while simultaneously grounded. Most older men fail here because they operate on routine, predictability, and logic. They think stability is attraction. It's not enough. Stability without emotional depth is boring. Younger women crave a man who can make her heart skip a beat while keeping her safe enough to let it happen. Here's the secret. It's not grand gestures. It's the subtle shifts in energy, the micro-expressions, the timing of your presence and touch. It's how you lean in just enough to create tension, then pull back to let her desire grow. The 1.1% understand these dynamics instinctively, or they've trained themselves to recognize them. They know that creating emotional peaks and valleys without drama or manipulation is magnetic. They make a woman feel understood, desired, and challenged all at once. That's the invisible language of attraction, and it's one that older men rarely speak. Another key factor is playfulness. Younger women want someone who can move fluidly between seriousness and fun, someone who can laugh with them, tease them, and make them feel alive. Emotional resonance isn't always about intense, deep moments. It's about creating an experience she can't forget. Older men often miss this entirely. They think maturity means gravitas 24/7, but gravitas without play is dull. It doesn't make her want to chase, to stay, to be near you. The rare men who understand this combine grounded confidence with a spark of unpredictability. That combination triggers deep subconscious attraction, one that makes her think about you long after the moment passes. Finally, younger women are testing for emotional strength. They're watching to see if you can handle vulnerability without fear, intimacy without losing control, and emotional highs and lows without panic. Most men crumble under this test. They either withdraw, overcompensate, or act possessive. But the 1.1%? They remain calm, attuned, and present. They make her feel safe exploring her desires, her fears, and her dreams, without judgment or insecurity. This emotional mastery is rare, and it's the invisible force that separates men she forgets from men she can't stop thinking about. So reflect honestly. Are you merely existing in her emotional world, or are you shaping it in ways she subconsciously craves? Because that distinction determines whether you're replaceable or unforgettable. And the truth is, only a tiny fraction of men ever reach that level. Now let's expose a truth most older men never realize. Younger women are irresistibly drawn to purpose and ambition, but not in the way you might think. They aren't just looking for a man with a high-paying job or flashy titles. They want someone whose life has direction, who moves with intention, and whose energy signals that he is committed to something bigger than himself. Purpose isn't just attractive, it's contagious. It makes them feel like they're part of something meaningful, and that connection, that's the invisible glue that holds attraction long-term. Here's where most men fail catastrophically. They assume purpose equals achievement. They walk around thinking that a resume or wealth demonstrates value. It doesn't. Younger women are perceptive. They sense authenticity, or the lack of it, immediately. If your ambition is driven by ego or fear of inadequacy, it repels her. But if your purpose stems from self-respect, discipline, and a vision you're genuinely committed to, it draws her in at a subconscious level. That's why only the 1.1% of men get it. They live in alignment with their goals, and that alignment radiates in every gesture, every word, every glance. Ambition is also about emotional consistency. A man with purpose doesn't wobble under pressure. He handles setbacks without losing his cool. He has a plan, but he's adaptable. Younger women detect this energy instantly. It communicates strength, reliability, and the rare sense of security that comes from being anchored in your own life. And yes, younger women are naturally wired to seek this balance. They want excitement, but not chaos. They want challenge, but not instability. Only a man who masters purpose and ambition without arrogance can give that. Another secret? Ambition must feel inclusive, not isolating. Younger women want to feel inspired by your journey, not intimidated. They want to see you grow, struggle, and triumph, and to feel they're part of that energy without losing themselves. If you can communicate vision without ego, determination without pressure, and passion without desperation, you move from just another older guy to a man she subconsciously admires, respects, and desires. That combination, direction, control, and magnetic energy is why the rare 1.1% of older men hold this secret power effortlessly. So ask yourself, is your life moving in a way that naturally attracts, inspires, and excites her? Or are you drifting, reacting, and hoping attraction happens? Because the difference isn't subtle, it's seismic, and until you understand and embody purpose the right way, younger women will notice and quietly move on. Now we arrive at the truth almost no one tells you. Younger women are secretly drawn to a man who embodies calm dominance and emotional mastery simultaneously. This is the rare quality that separates the forgettable from the unforgettable. It's not about controlling her or being aggressive. It's about owning your space, your energy, and your presence in a way that makes her feel both safe and exhilarated. Most older men either overcompensate with force, ego, or rigidity, or they collapse under pressure, showing anxiety or neediness. The 1.1%? They hold themselves steady, unwavering, like a lighthouse in a storm, and younger women feel it instinctively. Here's what that looks like in practice. It's in the way you carry your body, the tone of your voice, the precision of your words. It's how you react to her moods, not with fear, frustration, or overthinking, but with quiet confidence and attuned presence. She doesn't have to tell you what she's feeling. You already know, and your response is measured, deliberate, and grounding. That energy is hypnotic. She will find herself drawn to you, not because you begged for attention or tried to impress, but because your very existence communicates strength, safety, and mastery. That's why younger women often chase men they barely know. They sense the invisible force of this quality and crave it. Emotional mastery also means being unshakable under tension. Younger women will test this instinctively, whether consciously or not. They might provoke, push boundaries, or challenge your confidence. The men who fail, they overreact, argue, or panic. The men who succeed, they respond with clarity, patience, and unwavering self-possession. That subtle dance, pressure met with calm authority, is what drives desire deep into her subconscious. It's powerful, magnetic, and rare. And here's the kicker. This isn't something you fake. You either cultivate it or you don't. It comes from self-discipline, emotional intelligence, and a lifetime of knowing who you are, what you value, and how to hold space for others without losing yourself. Younger women feel this immediately. They don't analyze it, they experience it. And once they feel it, they can't ignore it. So, if you want to be among that 1.1% of older men who naturally captivate younger women, focus on mastering yourself first. Build calm dominance. Cultivate emotional intelligence. Live with purpose. Be present, aware, and unshakable. When you do, you'll discover what most men spend a lifetime chasing: a woman's genuine admiration, desire, and attention, not for what you say, but for who you are. The full 6 sections are now complete. If you want, I can also create a viral YouTube package for this script, including thumbnail text ideas, 50-word description, 15 hashtags, and optimized video title suggestions that match the topic and hook. This ensures the video is ready to perform and attract clicks.